Hey guys, what's up? I'm Dave Klein of Dave Control Live. I'm here with Atsuo Yoshimura, the global producer at Bandai Namco, and we're here to talk about Scholar of the First Sin. Thank you so much for having me.
It's my pleasure being here.
So one of the things a lot of people are really wondering is there's been a bit of confusion about what exactly is going to be included in the free updates and what's going to be included in Scholar of the First Sin. So we've gotten these rundowns and lists of the various things that are going to be included. What I'm really wondering is if you could kind of list specifically what's going to be in the version that you have to buy that's not going to be in the free update.
Okay. Today, let me start from highlighting what will be implemented in the next generation console versions exclusively.
Yes.
All right, so when I say next generation console version, it's referring about PS4, Xbox One, and PC DirectX 11 version.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so all three platforms, it will be featuring 1080p and the variable 60 frames per second.
Yeah.
So all three, including Xbox One, no 900 blah 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 p.
Yeah,
we're not gonna do that. All right. So, and because of this, the high spec graphics, all the animations in the game is smoother than the original Dark Souls 2, no doubt. And I think you already experienced that, and the hands-on demo opportunity down there. All right. And another feature which will be implemented in the next generation console version is the new enemy placement.
Yeah.
This is what I really want to highlight today.
Well, as far as the new enemy placement goes, is that also going to be that part of the free update that comes out February 5th? Is that only in the purchase April version of Dark Souls 2?
So again, all the features I'm currently highlighting is exclusive for the next generation console version. So I will go into the details about what's being included in the free update for the to the original Dark Souls 2 for the PS3, 360, and the DirectX 9 versions. Yes. The enemy placement. So enemy placement has been revised completely, not only for the several areas in the game, but basically for all areas in the game for the next generation console version. For example, I think you have a chance to play the Forest of the Fallen Giants today, and you already recognize that, in the original Dark Souls 2, there are a bunch of the fireman-looking zombies in the stage, but in case of the Scholar of the First Sin for the next generation, there's more than that. And I think you already
there's a troll right at the beginning, just so you know.
And it's featuring the improved AI. So in the original Dark Souls 2, players can escape from those zombies easily, but this time those zombies hand players down till the players actually get killed. So in that sense, the gameplay is a little bit difficult in the original Dark Souls 2.
Yeah.
And another example is like the hippopotamus-looking the enemies.
Yeah, the troll guy.
Troll guy, the huge troll guy. I love that guy, by the way. And it actually exists in the Forest of Fallen Giants Forest of the Fallen Giants. And if you go to the elevator that takes you players to the boss arena, you will see the total looking enemies that he wasn't there as well. So because of this new enemy placement, all the gameplay experience from the Scholar of the First Sin is completely changed. Only from the new enemy placement perspective. Yeah. And another feature is exclusive for the next generation console version is the 6-player multiplayer.
Okay.
Yes. In the original Dark Souls 2, it was only 4-player multiplayer. But this time it's 6-player multiplayer. I think you will have a chance to see the screenshots showing the 6 players in the same screen. And basically, you will recognize that there's one additional allies, and one additional enemy players.
So I want to clarify, because there's a lot of PC players out there. So for a PC player, there's no way to download the 6-player PvP version. You would need the Scholar of the First Sin edition.
In order to enjoy the 6 players multiplayer, they need to purchase the DirectX 11 version of the PC.
Okay, will there be any sort of discount if you already own Dark Souls 2 on PC?
Yes, that's a good question. For the existing PC users, we're planning to offer them the some discount the package. But further details still to come. I'm currently working with my team in the States as well as Europe for the pricing strategy. So we should be able to let you guys know about the price point shortly.
Okay.
But I don't know. I'm not sure this is the right timing to clarify this, but I'm really confident about asking you guys to pay certain amount of the money for this for this Scholar of the First Sin.
Yeah, I mean, I figured there's all these free updates, which is great, which I'm really happy about and excited about. So that's why I was just curious if there'd be maybe a discounted price point for people who already own it, specifically on PC. So that's kind of why I was asking about that one. But another question I had for you is that something I noticed is that Estus Flash shards are in completely different locations, so item placements are also different.
Yes.
As you said, enemy placements are different. Is the item placement then also specific to Scholar of the First Sin Edition for next gen?
Yeah, we have made a lot of adjustment to the item drop places, as well as the possibility that the player can actually acquire items or spells from the from the certain locations, etc.
Yeah.
So some people might say that we're been creating this game easier than the original Dark Souls 2, but actually it's not. We're asking player to experience the new exploration of the items, spells, as well as the enemies. So everybody should enjoy playing it with the certain degree of the difficulty level. Yes.
Yeah, I'll say I just played it a bit. It will throw you for a bit of a loop. I was like, I thought that was where that was, and it wasn't. So it does. And then there's obviously the new enemy placements. Where you're like, wait a second, that's not what I was expecting. So it definitely is different.
Yeah, of course. And last but not least, I did mention about the 6 players multiplayer, but we also have the new Invasion NPC for the next generation console.
Yeah, I already ran into one of those.
yeah. So the interesting thing is that this new Invasion NPC is called Foran.
Yeah.
And it's group of Foran.
Like the Foran warriors from the area, from the lore.
Not really. I cannot go into details that much, but what I can say is that this new Invasion NPC is not just one. There are several.
Oh, I was thinking Ferosa. So are these guys from Ferosa?
No.
Okay.
But as always, the good thing is that the new Invasion NPC will give the new gameplay experience, as well as by defeating them, player will get some kind of rewards. And this leads to the question. I think you have a potential question about whether there will be a new items or new weapons, etc. But when I say rewards, probably.
Yeah. Okay. Well then, all right. So that basically encompasses what's new for Scholar of the First Sin. So I'm kind of curious now. There's some updates that just got announced a few weeks ago that's going to be free update, which
a gape ring.
Okay,
yes.
so that gape ring. I was curious how that works with soul memory. Do you know if it's does that only work specifically when you're doing PvP, or can you use that at all when you're fighting bosses, or can you use it when you're fighting just enemies in general as you progress through the game?
I cannot go into details that much at this moment, but it should help you guys control the soul counts,
right.
And it should help you guys match up with your friends easily.
Yeah.
And we're not saying that we're not gonna let you guys directly communicate with other players, because it's against our philosophy of developing the Dark Souls franchise. But it will let you guys do so. Another thing I want to highlight in regards to the summoning of the co-op players is that we have improved the length of the time that those players being summoned in the other players' world. So this should help you guys working together with other players, beating the certain bosses. So something I'm also curious about is the lore of the game, because there's going to be completely new updated item descriptions, which I believe are part of the free update, if I'm not mistaken. Is that correct? It's part of the free update, yes.
So I already noticed there's a new rotten description available. So just how much new lore is there? And can you say, is it a lot or just a few little details here and there?
There's a lot.
Okay.
There's a lot. And when it comes to the storylines, I mean, a new NPC. The Skull of the First Sin plays a key role for the background story of the Skull of the First Sin.
But who is the Scholar of the First Sin?
I know, and you have a question about what is the first sin.
Is the first sin lighting the first flame?
That I want you guys to find out by yourself. But when it's a first sin.
Yeah.
It's a first sin, so it should be a clue for why everything has been started in the Dark Souls 2 universe.
Yeah.
So what I can say is that we're not trying to revise the storyline of the original Dark Souls 2. Rather than doing so, we're trying to supplement the the storylines that we have prepared for the Dark Souls 2. So in that sense, I think I can say that what we have been prepared for the Skull of the First Sin is happening simultaneously with the storyline of the Dark Souls 2.
So I asked you so much about Scholar of the First Sin, that's the next gen version. Is there anything else that you kind of wanted to wrap up on about like the free update or anything like that?
Well, I just want to follow up all the statements I have mentioned for the next generation console version. So because of all the features, newly added exclusively to the next generation console version, I think I can say that we have changed the gameplay drastically. Yeah. So this makes Scholar of the First Sin is about to something about the discovery of the Dark Souls 2 from the the Director's Cut perspective. It's something that the development team at the From Software really want to do, but couldn't do so previously because of the the restriction we had. For example, like because of the hardware spec, etc. So I think all the fans out there will soon recognize that they are playing completely new game. And I think people will enjoy playing it.
And then I think final question is that I know there's a new NPC for this update coming out in February. Are there going to be any other new story-related NPCs in the Scholar of the First Sin edition? So no comment, I guess.
Well, check out the screenshots that we haven't released so far. So
okay. Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.